Hey guys, welcome back to Hollywood Silver Screen. We're going to discuss the 2009 war drama movie titled Inglourious Basterds. It is rated 8.3 on IMDb. Spoilers ahead, take care and enjoy the review. The movie is set in 1941 where a farmer named Pierre Lapidite is staying with his three daughters in a house. One of the daughters spots a police officer approaching their house. Pierre talks to Colonel Hans Landa. Pierre invites him to his house and Hans Landa informs him that he is appointed to find Jewish people throughout the country by Nazi government. He warns Pierre that if he finds any Jews in his house, he'll kill him and his family. Scared farmer is forced to inform that the Jews are hiding in the basement. Hans Landa brings his soldiers and shoots the basement, killing everyone, except one girl who escapes and leaves. Hans Landa tries to shoot the running girl, but she escapes. The scene cuts to 3 years later, where Lieutenant Aldo is addressing his troop that they'll go to Germany and demolish the Nazis. He addresses the Jewish soldiers that each man should get 100 severed heads of Nazis. Aldo prepared these 8 men, calling them bastards, and leaves for Germany. The scene shifts to Hitler, who's irritated with his awkwardly shivering hand, and he lashes out on his officers. One officer named Private Butz enters and reports that a group named Bastards is killing the Nazis ruthlessly. He says the Bastards killed his entire troop, leaving him with a swastika symbol on his forehead to go and inform Hitler about. Hitler is shocked how a group of just 8 men can kill so many Nazis. In Paris, Shosanna Dreyfus is working under a fake name of Emmanuelle Mimieux, and she's operating a cinema hall. Shosanna is approached by a young Nazi sniper named Frederick Zoller. He asks Shosanna about the capacity of the whole theater, who works there, and the information of the employees. Shosanna informs him that the capacity of the theater is about 300 to 400, and only 2 people work there, one at the projector and the other is herself. Zoller walks off after getting his answers. The very next day, Zoller revisits Shosanna at a restaurant and introduces himself. While Zoller talks to Shosanna, another Nazi officer greets Zoller, appreciates him, and takes his autograph. Shosanna observes that Zoller has a good reputation there and people respect him. When she asks the reason, Zoller answers that he killed 250 Allied soldiers in a battle. He had even made a documentary movie about this Nazi propaganda named Stolz der Nation, and he needed the theater for his documentary. Therefore, he wants to convince Shosanna for the premiere release of the documentary movie. Shosanna clearly refuses to premiere the documentary film as she is staunchly against the Nazi government. The next day, 2 police officers take Shosanna in a car and drive her to a party. It is Zoller who forcibly got Shosanna in the party to introduce her to his seniors. In the party, Zoller introduces Emmanuelle, aka Shosanna, to Dr. Joseph, who's close to Hitler, and he had made the documentary. Knowing that a lot of elite Nazi members would show up at the documentary's premiere, Emmanuelle agrees under pressure. When Emmanuelle turns around, Hans Landa kisses her hands and she's terrified as Hans Landa killed her entire family. He joins Zoller and other people at the table and asks Emmanuelle about her family background. She says that she grew up with her uncle and aunt. Her uncle passed away early and her aunt passed away very recently. The theater belonged to them, which she operates now. Hans Landa wants Emmanuelle to operate the projector herself instead of the other black employee when the documentary is premiered. The next day, Nazi officers inspect the theater. After they leave, Marcel asks Emmanuelle how can she allow the Nazi propaganda documentary to release when she hates the Nazi ideology. Shosanna replies that she plans to set the whole theater on fire when all the Nazi officers are in the hall. On asking how she'd do this, Shosanna shows her employee the film reels, which are made of highly inflammable material. They are made of nitrate. Since she has about 400 similar reels, she can create a massive explosion if she burns them all together. The employee is ready to support her. The Operation Kino is being plotted as Lieutenant Hicox meets his general and he's ordered to go to Germany right away on a mission. In the operation, he's going to be helped by the notorious faction, the Bastards. A German film star, Brigitte von Hammersmark, will also be associated in the operation. Hicox is the first choice for the operation execution as he speaks German fluent and he can communicate well with the Germans. Before joining the army, Hicox used to be a movie critic and had enough knowledge about movies, and he is going to the documentary premiere. Hicox then meets with the Bastards. Hicox waits with Aldo for who'd help them to enter the documentary premiere. The film star Brigitte von Hammersmark is sitting in the same bar with Nazi officers who are drunk and playing cards. Hicox with 2 bastard officers, Stiglitz and Vicky, enter the bar and sit at a separate table. She sits right beside Highcox and informs that the documentary premiere is shifted to different day now, and this shocks Highcox as the Nazis normally never change their plans. But Hammersmark informs him that the premiere will be done at a relatively small movie theater as Hitler is going to be present there as well. Highcox is surprised as well as excited as they have a chance to kill Hitler once and for all. A drunk sergeant asks Hammersmark for an autograph for his son as it's his birthday today, and she obliges by giving him an autograph on a napkin. The drunk sergeant sits with Highcox and starts behaving in an unruly manner. Highcox gets upset and asks him to leave. Major Hellstrom notices him and invites him to a game of cards. No one finishes their turn except the Major. Highcox wants Major to leave him, but he's asked to order a drink. When Highcox signs 3 to the bartender, Major understands that Highcox is British. A fierce gunfight ensues, and all the men are killed in the gunfight. Surviving Sergeant points the gun at Hammersmark. Hearing all the noise, Aldo comes downstairs and negotiates with Sergeant. Sergeant doesn't want to die as he has to attend his son's birthday party, but the moment he puts his gun down, Hammersmark shoots him to death. Hammersmark is taken to the medical facility. Aldo and the rest of the bastards ask her why the gunfight happened, and Hammersmark answers that Highcox showed the 3-hand gesture in the British way instead of the German way. Due to this, Major understood and shot him. Aldo changes all the plans immediately. Now he'll be going to the premiere with Hammersmark and 3 bastards. He finds Hammersmark's shoe and the napkin where she gave the autograph. The scene cuts to the documentary's premiere where many Nazi administrators have assembled. Emmanuel greets Zoller and gets into the projector room. Hans Landa observes everyone with a drink. He greets Hammersmark and asks her about how she got hurt on the leg. She replies that she got hurt while shooting. Aldo and the 2 bastards give him fake identities. He takes Hammersmark to a separate room, and he fits the shoe he found in the bar in her foot, which fits well. He kills her knowing she's a spy for the Allies, and asks his soldiers to arrest her companions. Aldo is arrested and taken away in a car, but the other 2 bastards fit the time bombs under their chairs. When the movie is on, Zoller gets bored and leaves the hall. He goes to the projector room. Seeing him, Emmanuel gets worried as she had to blast the hall by the 3rd roll. She asks her employee Marcel to hide. While Zoller closes the door, Shazana shoots him from behind, and while she goes near him, she is shot dead. On the other hand, Aldo and another bastard, Smithson Utovich, are interrogated by Hans Landa. He asks Aldo to contact his superiors. Aldo connects the phone to his general. Hans Landa demands that he let Aldo and Utovich go if he gets a house in the USA and the rights to kill Jews there. Hans Landa makes his deal knowing that Germany is losing the war. In the theater, by the end of the 3rd roll, Marcel throws a burning cigarette on the movie rolls, and at the same time, the time bomb explodes, causing a panicked stampede. The 2 bastards in the hall, Ulmer and Donowitz, break into the opera box and shoot down Hitler and Goebbels. The scene cuts to Colonel Hans Landa dropping Aldo and Smithson at the USA borders. After getting released, Aldo kills the Nazi officer and takes Hans Landa down, making a swastika symbol on his head. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, share, and comment down below, and subscribe to our channel for more. See you in the next video.